Who's here using Instagram in 2025? Me. So there's something I just found. Instagram new terms of service, what you're giving up in 2025. Now, as we all know, when it comes to Instagram, Instagram is always trying to fight to remain relevant because like Facebook is no longer relevant. I mean, unless you have a huge platform on there or you're an author that has a huge platform on there, there's almost no reason to use it for the most part. I use it for events only, like, and family, but other than that, all my social medias that I check is usually going to be like Instagram and some others. Now, with these updates, which includes a significant change to content ownership, data usage, and feedback policies, which I would hope that you would think twice about. You should definitely read this on your own, but I'm going to go over it a little bit. So, for content ownership, owners will keep ownership of their content, but the Instagram platform will create like a broad commercial license to use, distribute, and change the material that you create. And this includes potential use in promotional materials, which is their own, and AI training data sets. And this could compete with your work. And Mark Zuckerberg has been like that individual works of creators and users aren't worth anything, so he can just take as he pleases, which is fucking gross in my opinion. Also, with their privacy and data usage, Instagram collects extensive personal information and for targeted advertising. The term shows that the user data may be used to develop artificial intelligence, but it's not detailed here, okay? But the thing is that when it's out of the country, people can opt out, but for the US citizens, there is no opt out, but there is something you can try. I've already tried it, and I already got an email back from it, and they already kind of told me to blow off. So I'll show you how it works because it's kind of a hidden, it's more hidden now. And there's another problem with Instagram is that they have the idea that the expansive license granted to Instagram can affect the way that you monetize your work elsewhere because the platform can use the content without additional compensation. So they can like post something somewhere, but you would not be getting that money for doing that. If I'm reading it correctly. So this is basically entrapping your creative data because it's going to be mined without your consent, and you might unknowingly help build tech that competes with your work on an open market. There is something that maybe you can do. There's a website that I found, and I'll put it in the links below. It's kind of gross because Instagram is trying to strengthen its control over users' behaviors and ad markets. So people are kind of losing choices and your data is being sold to people. It's all the worst things, Now, I know there's nothing you guys can do if you guys are making money off the website. If you guys this is where you make where people look at your stuff. The only thing I can suggest is maybe take down some of your stuff, maybe nightshade it or glaze it, just in general, just to make sure that it's not useful. Put big watermarks over it, things that would make it difficult because unlike other data, just re-putting up old art or taking down old stuff is more than enough to, I think, to keep your stuff safe, in my opinion. It could be wrong. Take it with a grain of salt. I think that glazing and nightshading would be more than enough to keep your artwork from being trained on, because they already told me, nah, we ain't gonna apply with this request, because the request that's on the website is like prove that your stuff is prove that your work has been used in our data collection and show a screenshot. And if you don't show a screenshot, they're just gonna reject you if you live in the US. So there's no real opt-out for the US, but I'm going to show you guys what you can do. I don't personally think it's going to help, but here we go. So basically you have to go to your profile, the settings section, and then you have to go to about, and then when you go to about, you have to go to like privacy, and then when you go down there, it'll be like manage your data. That will be what people in the USA are going to see. And after you do that, you're going to go all the way down to like the generative AI thing. And then you're going to click on it. You're going to be seeing this on screen right now. And then you're going to fill out all of this. And they're going to send you a code that you're going to have to put in. I would say don't do it if you can, do it on a computer. Do not do it off of your phone because the pop-up doesn't show up for the code on the phone. That's really all we can do in the United States. So I'm probably not going to delete my Instagram. Maybe I might take down some of my posts and re-upload them after I've glazed them over. That's the only thing I can think of because this is wild. And that's really all I have for you today. I know this is not like the best news, but more AI slop incoming, everyone. I'd really love if you guys could subscribe to me if this is something that interests you. I try to keep everyone updated on the newest news and stuff for artists and drama. And you guys know what I do. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell because I see a lot of you do not do that. And I would love that. I would love to get maybe to 12,000 this year if that's possible. I don't know if it's possible. But also, I do take commissions on VGen where I take line art flats for $12. And I do a world building critique for one part of your world if you would like me to look it over. It will be linked down below. And if you're interested in supporting me, I do have a Patreon where I type things as I go and I talk about my novel and all that stuff. And if that's what you're into, please apply for my Patreon. I would really love that. And I will start putting people at the end of the video for thanks. And if you want and you don't know what to comment, just comment a star because we're all stars. Happy Tuesday. I'll see you guys on my stream on Thursday.